When you think of bats, what comes to mind? For many, these fascinating creatures are often associated with mystery and the unknown, flying silently through the night. But bats hold much deeper significance across different cultures and spiritual traditions. In this video, you'll discover the symbolism of bats, how they're viewed in different cultures, and what it might mean when you see a bat. Bats are nocturnal creatures, which immediately sets them apart from many animals. Their ability to navigate through darkness without sight is symbolic of trusting your instincts and inner wisdom. When a bat appears in your life, it might suggest that you are being encouraged to move beyond fear and embrace the unknown. Bats can be seen as a reminder that new opportunities or transitions are approaching, but they may come in forms that aren't immediately clear. In spiritual terms, the presence of a bat could symbolize transformation and the need to let go of old habits or patterns. Since bats hang upside down, they are often connected with seeing things from a different perspective, making them a symbol of change and personal growth. The symbolism of bats is rich and varied, often connected with themes of rebirth, intuition, and darkness. They're believed to guide people through periods of transition, particularly those that may be difficult or frightening. In many spiritual practices, the bat is seen as a symbol of death and rebirth. This doesn't necessarily mean physical death, but can represent the end of one phase of life and the beginning of another. For those on a spiritual path, bats can represent facing your fears. Their ability to fly through the night unharmed is a powerful metaphor for trusting in your ability to navigate the unknown. Whether you're experiencing a challenging time or simply looking for guidance, the bat's message might be to trust yourself and embrace the process of change. Bats hold many meanings in cultures across the world, with symbolism ranging from fear to good fortune. In Chinese culture, bats are seen as symbols of happiness and good luck. The word for bat in Chinese sounds similar to the word for blessing, so bats are often depicted in art and design to represent prosperity and longevity. In contrast, Western cultures tend to associate bats with fear or negative energy. The association with darkness and night has made bats a common symbol in Gothic and horror stories, often linked to death and the underworld. However, in spiritual terms, even this darker aspect of the bat can represent the unknown aspects of yourself that you might need to confront to grow and evolve. In Native American traditions, bats are often seen as symbols of intuition, inner vision, and the power of rebirth. Their connection with the night aligns them with the moon and its cycles, reflecting changes in life that are necessary for personal transformation. In many religious and spiritual traditions, bats are viewed as messengers or guides, particularly through difficult times. They are sometimes considered to be a link between the physical world and the spirit realm. Their nocturnal nature and ability to thrive in darkness make them symbolic of mystery and unseen forces. In Christianity, bats have often been portrayed negatively, representing evil or darkness. However, from a more symbolic perspective, they can be interpreted as reminders to face the challenges and fears within ourselves, bringing these into the light to transform and grow. For those who follow shamanic practices, bats are spirit animals or totems that guide people through transitions, helping them let go of the past and embrace new beginnings. Seeing a bat in this context is seen as a powerful symbol of spiritual awakening and transformation. Is it good or bad luck to see a bat? The idea of whether a bat is a sign of good or bad luck depends greatly on cultural context. For example, seeing a bat in your home may be considered a positive sign in some cultures, symbolizing the arrival of good fortune. In others, it could be viewed with superstition and fear. If a bat enters your life unexpectedly, it may not be a question of good or bad luck, but rather a prompt to reflect on where you are in your personal journey. Bats often appear when change is needed, suggesting that it's time to release something that no longer serves you. What does it mean when bats appear near your home? Bats flying near your home might carry a spiritual message. In many cultures, bats near or in your home could signify that you're going through a period of transformation. It may also mean that there is a message you need to pay attention to, particularly one related to personal growth or spiritual development. Seeing bats near your home could also represent a protective energy, guarding your space from negative influences or guiding you through difficult transitions. The color of a bat can also influence its spiritual meaning. While most bats are black or brown, the symbolism attached to different colors can add nuance to their message. Black bats are often linked to mystery, the unknown, and deep transformation. They might symbolize the need to confront your shadow side and face hidden fears. Brown bats can represent grounding and stability. They remind you to stay connected to the earth and your own physical well-being during times of change. White bats are rare and are often considered symbols of purity, protection, and spiritual guidance. The number of bats you encounter can also carry important spiritual messages. One bat symbolizes personal transformation and growth. Seeing a single bat could be a sign that you are on the cusp of an important change or spiritual awakening. Two bats represents balance and partnership. If two bats appear, it may indicate harmony in a relationship or a need for cooperation in a current situation. Three bats, associated with creativity, intuition, and alignment with your life's purpose. Encountering three bats might suggest that you are moving closer to achieving your goals. When bats appear in larger groups, it can signify collective change, unity, and spiritual evolution. A gathering of bats may suggest that the shifts happening in your life are broader and more impactful than you initially thought. How to know if a bat is your spirit animal? Here are some key signs to help you recognize if the bat is your spirit animal. 1. You frequently see bats. One of the clearest indications that the bat is your spirit animal is when you notice them frequently. Whether they appear in nature, in dreams, or through imagery, repeated encounters with bats could suggest that they are offering you their guidance and wisdom. Bats showing up regularly may be encouraging you to trust your instincts and navigate life's uncertainties with confidence. 2. You feel a deep connection to bats. If you've always felt instinctively drawn to these nocturnal creatures, it could be a sign that the bat is your spirit animal. This connection might reflect your own qualities of intuition, adaptability, and transformation, traits commonly associated with the bat's spiritual symbolism. 3. You embrace change and transformation. Bats are symbols of rebirth and transformation. If you're someone who thrives in times of change, seeking personal growth even when faced with uncertainty, the bat may be guiding you. Those with the bat as a spirit animal are often able to face their fears and emerge stronger, using challenges as opportunities for self-discovery. 4. You trust your intuition. Bats rely on their heightened senses to navigate through darkness. If you often rely on your intuition or find yourself drawn to exploring hidden or deeper meanings in life, the bat may be your spiritual guide. As a spirit animal, the bat encourages you to trust in your inner wisdom and see beyond the surface of things. Here are some frequently asked questions about bat symbolism. Question 1. What does it mean if you see a bat during the day? Seeing a bat during the day can be quite rare, as they are nocturnal creatures. It may suggest that you need to pay immediate attention to a situation or area of your life that requires change or transformation. Daytime sightings of bats could also symbolize breaking free from old habits or negative cycles. Question 2. What does it mean when a bat flies close to you? If a bat flies close to you, it could be seen as a spiritual reminder to trust your instincts. Their proximity might encourage you to listen to your inner wisdom and to trust yourself in uncertain situations. Question 3. Can bats be a sign of protection? Their presence, particularly around your home, may symbolize protection from negative influences or harmful energies. Bats' ability to navigate the dark can also represent their role as guides through challenging or uncertain times, offering you spiritual protection as you move forward. Question 4. What emotion does a bat represent spiritually? Bats are often linked with the emotion of fear, but in a transformative sense. Spiritually, they may represent the process of moving beyond fear and embracing change. Their nocturnal nature symbolizes confronting the darkness, both literally and figuratively, and learning to navigate it with confidence and intuition. Question 5. Are bats associated with the devil? Bats have been associated with negative or dark forces in certain religious traditions, particularly in Western folklore, where they've been linked to the devil or vampires. However, from a spiritual perspective, bats are not inherently evil. They are often misunderstood, and their symbolism focuses more on transformation, intuition, and the ability to navigate through darkness. If you're intrigued by the symbolism of bats and want to explore more about spirit animals and totems, the Spirit Animals and Totems Diploma course at Center of Excellence could be the perfect next step for you. You'll gain deeper insights into the meanings behind various animals, including how to connect with them spiritually.